subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the guild and the Discord while you're down there.
Hello people, and welcome back to News Review. I'm feeling a bit better now. Sorry about the lack of videos, but let's get right into it. So, due to the last time of, me just not wanting to speak for that much, and also the 10th anniversary events weren't really up yet, I thought I would take this chance to kind of explain some of them, because some people have been kind of confused, probably, there's just a lot of stuff, right? So first off, on the upper left hand corner you have the 10th anniversary shop. It'll be open for a little while more. The main card you want to get right now is just this Earth Machina C. It is for 5,000 coins. You might also want to get this Fire Human C. The other stuff is like cosmetics. Don't really touch this tab because it has trash in it. After you get the cards, you probably want to save your coins actually, because we don't know what these other two tabs will actually have. I think that they will have like other 10th anniversary exclusive cards, but I'm not sure right now. So how do you get these coins is from like the bottom left dotty, not here, that's a different thing. In the special missions and also in the 10th anniversary secret missions. So basically you just scroll and you see like what the rewards give you, by completing certain floors, certain stuff, logging in, completing stage in the LR pass, drawing cards, stuff like that. And then also by doing like these things you don't really see the mission until you actually complete it. But there is a spreadsheet for both the English and the Chinese version. I'll put that in the description if I remember, for the missions that people have actually already discovered. So yeah, that's how you get those coins. The other main thing here that is new is Realm Exploration. It's right over here in the station on the right hand side. There are 3 tabs here: Event, Maze Exploration, and Event Details. Event Details may explain the thing, but apparently doesn't do that very well because I've been getting questions. So the first tab, Event, is basically where you scroll around and just choose stages. You have 2 categories of stages. One is like for cards that are in here. On the left hand side over here, only one has opened so far, and it's Braving the Nightmares. It's for this like Dark Human card. I forget what this card is called. But over on the right hand side here, you got your standard story missions. You just follow whatever it says new is. Go back to Dottie, he'll give you some more maze pieces. Also, I like to call those paths, so that they mean the same thing if I just say one of them. Anyway, so this maze exploration tab, the second one, is basically where you like connect paths to hit the different things on the maze, I guess. So you want to basically hit all the treasure boxes. You can hit one and then reset it if like the paths you don't have to complete all the. You don't have to hit all the chests in one go, basically. What you do want to hit is this portrait, though, because if you tap on the portrait after you hit it, that's a hidden stage, and then you get the card, obviously, and that also counts towards another hidden mission. On the bottom right-hand corner here, you see supply. That's a very tiny button, but if you tap it, you can get maze blocks, 2 of them, like every 24 hours, I believe. On the top right hand corner, you can open the boxes that you've got. The metal and golden ones have chances of getting the cake dragonwares, which are pretty good. They have a chance of giving out all this other stuff as well. You want to be opening the hidden treasure boxes as you're going, because you can choose whichever path you want. And if you have some left over at the end, just convert them into stamina bottles. So yeah, that is the Realm Exploration event. A lot of stuff is like stamina discounted right now, but that's about it. Some of the stuff hasn't opened, and I'll go over them when they do open. Alright, back to the news. First off, there are 3 new free-to-play cards, and also the power release of Starburst Pulses is the first part, which is 4 cards. There's a new event, which is the Transmigration of Memories, with the new associated card of a new Dark Machina Lilith. This Lilith is basically meant as a support card for the old Lilith. It's not bad though. 2 active skills, the first one CD10, the second one CD6. For the first one, enchant and Machify the board for 2 rounds, absorb the first attack damage and whatever damage. So basically this is a super damage reduction, and then launch a dark counter attack as much as 1,000 times the absorbed attack, regardless of defense and enchanted runestone shield. Pretty good. For its second active, Fuel of Machinus plus 75%. If the character has 100% fuel after the activation, it's CD -1. And for one round, if the leader is this Lilith or the old Lilith, damage of Machinas will be dealt regardless of anti-runestone shield and damage reducing resistance. This is really good. Lilith, even now, the old one that is by no means a bad leader. I recently used her to clear the current month's level 9. You can check that out if you want. The only thing that she is missing kind of is damage, but you can boost the hell out of damage and it's fine. So yeah, really good card. If you don't have Lilith, obviously the usefulness drops quite a bit, but she is still a super damage reduction for Dark Machina. Next up is a random mini game that they decided to do. I think this just gives you cosmetics and various resources, nothing special, no cards or anything in here. A new Realm Exploration card, Water Demon, CD7, hypnotize all the enemies to inactivate them. And then when they're hypnotized, you deal extra damage, and then for 2 rounds, you recover half your HP each round as well. I think this is an okay card. If there ever is a hypnotization shield one day, then it will probably come in handy. And the third new free card is a challenge mission card, an Earth God Artemis CD7. It's basically a support card for the Greeks. I don't know why they decided to put a support card for the Greeks out right now. I think they did get buffed recently, but nobody's using them, and I don't think this card's gonna save them. Unlock the character and the Greek gods. Alter all enemies into the character's counter attribute for 2 rounds, and then for 1 round, gods attack ×5. Ignore trio, quartet, and quintet elemental shield, and then when enclosed areas are in play, gods attack ×3 additionally. For her team skill, she turns herself into the attribute of leader when the leader and ally are gods with her in the team. Moving on to the Starburst Pulses power release. This is just part 1 for characters. The other 4 will be in early March, as it says here. Ophiuchus is in the second part. If you were, there when Ophiuchus came out, Ophiuchus used to be really good. I mean, I didn't really use him myself, but the memories of him being OP are there. So first card, Andromeda Water Elf. I put this as squarely 50 diamonds because elf leaders are kind of special in that they can get carried by Dodgy nowadays. This is only a leader kind of setup, so you can put Dodgy into ally and get away with it. One strange thing about this card that may lower its rating is that it actually doesn't give elves, it doesn't give non-water elves. Basically, it gives only water members its HP boost right here, and then it gives elves an attack boost. So non-water elves don't actually get the HP boost, which, kind of a bummer. But the special thing about this is that by launching attacks of 3 or more attributes, then skill CDs of elves will be reduced at the end of the round, so you can get extra fast CD reduction. You also get ignoring of scorching areas and death damage, which is fine. Elf Trail, quite good. For its active, it's basically the same as the old one with a load of extra attack and non-attributive attack capabilities. And then upon deactivation, you get a fixed board, basically, which is really nice. Next up is Lynx, the other sub-jackpot of this series. It is a Dark Beast. As a leader, it's once again kind of good, but this does require a leader and ally setup. I don't know how good it's going to be. Obviously, Caesar is better, probably, but it does have a recovery without recovering without recovery, just by dropping runestones, and then you know, the attack multipliers are there, but there isn't that much like shield breaking just within the team skill. For active, she does give a bit of shield breaking, which is ignoring fixed combo shield and defense. And one special thing here is that by tapping a runestone on the, basically you choose your type of runestone, and the first batch of runestones to be dropped after dissolving runestones will be enchanted runestones of that type. So this card can solve like 30 runestone shields and stuff like that. So that's quite good. The other two are the old small prize of the series, Perseus, Fire God, CD7. Same as the old one, just a little bit better, basically, with exploding instead of converting, and the race and enchanted runestone stuff. One thing special about this card, actually, is that there has not been a previous Fire God that can ignore fixed combo shield, so he is technically the first one. And the last card, Lyra, Light Gods, CD3. Gods enter or stay in a hyperstate for 2 rounds. This is quite valuable because you can carry this in the next round and just ignore whatever debuff the enemy wants to put on your cards. Turn 4 to 7 runes is an enchanted heart. If there are 4 more gods in the team, the chance of turning 7 greatly increases. Not the point of the card. I'm glad they made her like somewhat useful with the hyperstate stuff. For the celebration events, the main thing is that the old cards are coming back, the old Chinese New Year cards, and you can get Cores of Doom in the Transmigration of Memories, which is another source for these rare items. And then there will be Chaos's Nightmare Stage, that's right. So Chaos's Nightmare Stage is really good because Chaos is really good, and also his Draconic is very good. So for like every time I say use like Chaos's Draconic, which is the standard Draconic that I use if I'm not using a Dragonware, this is just a really useful one. Leave a comment if you want to see like some videos on how to beat this stage. I know like there have been some new players, you know, joining the game or returning to the game, you know, and they may not have the cards necessary to actually beat this, or you know, the strategy or whatever. Yu Miao Yi is another returning ultimate stage. This card is very important if you got Xiangyu, or if you came back and you power release Xiangyu. Really important card for his team. And then, last but not least, new stages in the LR Pass. New ultimate stages and passed bi-weekly stages. These cards aren't very good, I think. It's just free diamonds, basically. Alright, and that is it for this week's news review. If you like this, please leave a like. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And if you like it in general, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!